Hello, 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 and welcome to another edition of the Euro 2022. Well, today, I want to say welcome to you once more and say thank you for joining us on today's program. Today, we get France, Hungary. Well, it's not going to be an easy game because guess what? France now they are the favorite for win this tournament, and we believe say since now they be the favorite for win the tournament, then get for go all the way. Their first opening match, they defeated Germany 1-0. First time after many, many years for Germany lost their opening match in the European Championship. But that's not football. You not get for based on the fact that because you don't lost one game, it means Germany will not qualify. But as far as me concerned, that's not the toughest zone. It means they get Germany, Portugal, France, and Hungary. It's not going to be easy for all of those three major countries that we don't play a significant role in pushing the European football so far. They've done very well in the World Cup. They've done very well in European Championship. And they've done very well in club levels. So basically, then three countries they have not to country the way you take for granted when it comes to football. But not two no more get for qualify. It means the challenge get for be very great among those three countries. Well, you need to rule out Hungary as well because they don't do very well in the past. They've got good World Cup records, and I believe say they have the potential to create an upset in this particular group. But like I welcome me man na the platform when the great more like T-Boy Kamara. Well, welcome to the program. I believe say this is now one of the games that we not so the game that will be the wait for per se. But now one of the most important games the way every team among them three teams then they for beat Hungary. If they want for proceed, go to the next stage. Because now Hungary are the underdogs in this particular group. And I believe say most of the games they will then get for play, they either get for draw some or lost some. They might win, but I'm not 110% saying they will win against Germany, they will win against Portugal, or they will win against France. But we don't see the first opening game of France. It's a 1-0 victory over Germany. What do you think about this particular group so far? And say welcome to and say hello to the guests.
Hello again once more. This is Namola T-Boy Kamara. A regular face now on the panel with every match. They see this program. Yeah, today not a very, very important game for all the teams that really take part, especially for that group day, because now one of the toughest group them on paper in this tournament. And all the teams them want to take the advantage, say now Hungary, they all get for take them 3 points for let them go for proceed. Because the other games that we didn't go play, they all get for the other three teams they get for play each other. So it hard for predict the scores. But playing against Hungary, you see, say, the chances of them winning against Hungary is like obvious. But guess what? This is football. The game today, teams are coming with a game plan. We saw that yesterday. They're letting you have in the ball, and they have a marking zone. Say, okay, do whatever you want to do, but when you come to that marking zone, we're going to distract you. We're going to press you.
Which area are the marking zone, not the pitch for both?
Every team get your own plan. Some teams in the way then they begin press you from the final third, when inside your own box. Some teams in there they allow you like kind of the second third, when around that center area of the pitch. Some teams in they allow you, let you come inside their own box. You understand? We're not there and just say, okay, now 11 players, we're going to play behind the ball. We're going to lock all that space that you're not going to make your way. And this is how you see so many times. You see teams that get the ball, but they not even get one shot at goal. Yeah. And you ask yourself the question, how come you keep the ball in able create any chances? So the areas that chances if for be created, then can unlock the space. That areas there. If it not gets enough ideas then, And not only by possession, there's so many ways.
So
Because
far,
when you do that,
the game don't play about more than 10 minutes now. And what's if we to say the opening don't be so far? I know see in a man we can like for you the first 15 minutes of the game, and then you give analysis for the first 15 minutes, and they scare for see exactly what's going to happen at the second half of the first half. So what's your opinion so far?
So far, what I don't see, France they in control, but Hungary also they hit on the break and anytime they get the opportunity, because you know they dominate man for 90 minutes. It's not possible.
Definitely not.
Yes. So that time with the opponents have to get can be very, 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 very vital for them. They make sure they make use of their own opportunity. They don't want much, but they know say they get a game plan for the opportunity we then get forget. And you see, say when Hungary get the ball, they say for make him. And after they lost the ball, everyone just they come, they track back, and then keep to the zone.
Okay, I realize say the turnouts na the game in terms of the France participation has increased dramatically compared to the first game we play, or the first half of the game that we don't play for the past couple of days. What's it make you feel say the turnouts don't change so drastically?
Well, not from the organizing body, because if they give them more opportunities, more people in for come watch, people in the come, because people always want to go watch. The first games in the try for minimize them because they're not sure. Now they find out, say, okay, we can still give more space to fans then following the come watch. So fans in the camp now.
So they kind of don't reduce the COVID restrictions a little bit compared to the way how even with the competition just starts.
Yeah, that's true. But then always they try to do it the right way. They're not just the Russian, then they assess.
Okay. Well, I just want for Inskodisuna. Oh, they've just missed. I just want for Inskodisuna to another man where this man, I don't be not seeing a player, but I don't see them on a goalkeeper. But this goalkeeper is there. He been rotting goalkeeper. But anyway, let me introduce you now to another man who gets so much interest in football. He don't live in France for quite some time. I believe, say, as a member of an organization, now we begin for convince and for Can London. Eventually, we Can London, we go France again. Fred Clay, welcome and say hello to viewers out there.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tiboy, and good afternoon to all viewers.
So, Fred, I know you're a Frenchman, and I know for say this competition, you watch them all the way through, even though you don't want to win at France, but I believe say you still get linked, connected to France. So, what do you think about the French team so far?
Well, that make people believe for say, me na Frenchman. Je suis Monsieur Clé Frédéric. J'ai habité à Paris pendant 1988 jusqu'à 2005. En ce moment, j'habite à Sierra Leone. Je suis là parce que j'ai eu une mal nouvelle par rapport à mon frère qui s'appelle Mohamed Touré. Mais quand même, je suis là. J'ai des nationalités. La Sierra Leone, en français, c'est tout. Merci. Yes, T-Boy.
D'accord.
Non, il voulait dans la OK, je sais merci, thank you, merci.
OK, merci beaucoup. C'est quoi?
Je vous en prie.
Très bien.
What a wonderful moment. You know, after a long time, T-Boy, I think so that this, you know, some of the young friends that we like, you don't deal with your colleagues them, you know, after a few time, you can get for left and go, but God will make you come back again and you see our best and they do. And I think say this is not a laudable, and if nobody not praise, it's me for praise now, because I don't say certain thing, but it's not about the what I would say. It's not about the money making. It's about getting something for your community. You know, not only for say people go down and they design and make money, but for them you believe say you get for serve your community in this way. This is out of football for us. I really admire that, because when you think I don't go for about 12 years now, I don't return and come back, I see you still the push. I think say na a laudable work you do, and I get to commend you for that. came to me, well, I always call them because I play with Salon and Tuesday, every day, just every day right now, na Salon. French, na by naturalization, by birth, na Salon. So I believe, say, I'm not going to talk about Frenchman, they are not talk about qualification for Swiss Salon. Do you have people have patience me? Because I think, say, na my own, which I go say, one of my achievements this year, I feel say touch me, because when you think of the way man we've been on the behind this football here so back again, but we don't get the opportunity. We don't tell what they serve for we're able to get this opportunity. Then all of a sudden now, the boys and they will make come back again. I don't know what for say. I think then they don't give me more, they don't inject more spirit into my blood for like this game here when they call football. Okay. Of course, we all know the kind of passion I get for football. But I just want to declare one thing first of all. Even though they see the game now at 33 minutes, seriously, they beat Hungary in a 3-0. Not 3-0 game, not 3-0 game. Not 3-0 game. I don't want to tell you no more now. We Mbappe, what call this morning, what you tell me, say. And watch no more now. The goal, they come up from Mbappe or Pogba because they don't talk and sit today only. They forget the goal and the goal then for the masterpiece.
Well, I totally agree with you at some point, but I know they predict for accept that you 3-0 victory. They don't predict for France. So, but yes, I believe say either Beppe or Pogba will score because Pogba in last performance was marvelous. Because the way how he controlled that game against Germany, I feel say now like a chalk and cheese compared to the way how Germany can play the game. Although Germany don't look stable at the moment because they still get some kind of fragility between the team. The formation not too strong. They get so many young players and some amount of inexperience. They unbug their team right now. But not saying that alone, I feel say France gets a well-matured team with season. So not to say a team where gets any kind of fragments, and then not even reinforce them back again with that prolific striker. We don't join the team back of late. So basically, yes, I totally will agree with you. The game is totally being dominated by France so far, but I don't know whether I will accept the 3-0 victory, but I will pass them over to more like talk on the 3-0 victory. Then we'll go talk about some other things.
But you don't do right to me. You don't do right to me quick because you call the team say, nah, team we did together. No, not the best team. Take individual players there from Griezmann, everything. For now, look, England is struggle. Belgium is still in struggle. But when you think of even to the bench, T-boy, say yes, then deserve, and say winner the World Cup winner.
I totally agree with you. I need to dispute that. On paper, they are the best team.
On paper against T-boy.
No, yeah, no, because you get to look at all the variations. Then on paper, man to man, in reality. I mean, you can't match any country right now to the French team. Even if you want for look who come to man-to-man level. Look who come to club level. So they've been doing extremely well. That I totally agree with you. I want no more for no whether more like agree with you. 3-0 victory to France. More like.
Okay, Mr. Fred Clay, we don't hear you prediction. Yeah. We don't get any problem with prediction. But me to tell you, say, this first half, Una gets a lot of questions for answer. Tactically, if Una score a goal this first half, well,
let's just come in for make I explain to you exactly how France they play. We get two people in back and that feeling we don't sweat it. As Kante and Griezmann sweat, Kante and Griezmann with their sweat. That's the end of it.
More like
no, let's start something to T-boy. No, T-boy, the football now, this you go now they take a different dimension. You find out say how the first team then play, and second to look like England, Belgium. I know we're saying they lost momentum now, but you don't reach a stage now where everybody be careful now. Your first game, if I go see no more now, you go with your one heart and everything. Now you don't begin get position, you don't begin take care. So it's difficult. And the next man back, where the Capo can play you. In first game, you don't get too much for loss. Capo can win. But we don't lose in first game, second game back, Capo can put everything. Now I put to Scotland and stuff so yesterday back again. So now a different ball game. And this if I don't say, however I be, France game mature player, but they all are senior players the way they know what they do.
I totally agree with you on that point today. But I also want to make you know for saying football, now a very challenging game. So whether you get the best team on the pitch so far, now the team will determine for win, and they always come out with victory. And so far, yes, France determined for win. And the only reason make I feel say France go out for win this game with total 100% victory. Now because they want to send a message to the rest of the teams they waiting at the competition, say we're not here to joke. But I totally agree with you. But maybe they make too much for football. But one of the reasons we decide for bringing this game then come to the public now because they get so many black players them of African heritage. So what do you think about the black players the way they play for France right now and their African background? Do you think they are proud enough to be French people or they're also proud enough to be Africans and being French?
Boy, I think this one easy for answer. You know, most of we didn't so we know what they achieve. We associate yourself back again with the European setup, the European country, and then it's within a European, you know. If I want to say the truth, the same facility with France, it did like a Guinea for Poba, you know, it did not country. Believe me, no go kaya. They no go kaya, you see. So when you look at opportunity, well-being, welfare, and everything, you know, my brother, I don't go lie for you. You know what tell me I'm going to pay for class, you know, cancer alone for us. You see, because you know what they change your family, even to the country. You know, like a country, so they me, I say, if only they use them, let me not go one time. But every two get the send and go down. So you imagine if the same thing they don't under, we for be not easy for them, you know. But now these people don't understand about France. But people talk say Frenchman, they're racist, Frenchman, they're racist. I go look one secret on that today. They're not racist and they're afraid for talk other person language. So what do they do? Now, excuse you quick. Merci. You must have said the same thing and go. Now people away because of their accent. I like Frenchman learn English the way you talk. You know, say yes, it's a Frenchman. Yeah. You see, but now people away they accommodate Africans them more than any other country where I don't go. I want to be honest to you.
No, that we don't see. We don't see them physically. We don't see them in terms of their participation in international competition, especially when it comes to sport. I don't know for the other areas they move, but when it comes to sports, yes, they encourage a lot of Africans and black players into any kind of sporting discipline where they get so far. So yeah, I agree with you on that. But what thing that you don't take on some of the African players and way they play for them? Okay, some of the black players the way they play for them right now. We know say the days of Marcel Desailly, that have been possibly one of the only black player of African background. We everybody being proud of those days, but now they have almost the
a lot. Yeah, a lot.
So
because we be near Marseille that said that in Carambo, that boy be they play together, but when I've been tennis player as well. That I mean, they're 90. But now, well, I mean, they call and say, France Africa. When they really want to provoke France, they call them France Africa. You know, but now one thing make a gallery because you will deserve your space at the gear. We know the scene how that place them. You know the scene how that place them. You know, you will deserve say you are the best, you know, for playing at this swing. Then they watch color, what you able to deliver because for Frenchman then the result at the end of the night important to them. Frenchman like good results. So I think so that's all the motivation they push and say, look, we can forget the best. And believe me, in one country way, I'd always see you need to see partiality when it comes to the national team and sports.
Okay. I know say they call Griezmann back into the full lineup. We them don't abandon him for almost 2 seasons or almost Benzema, sorry. Where we don't abandon him for almost 2 years. What do you think about him called back into the national team?
Well, when you look normal now in playing time now Real Madrid, you know, and what they do, so you just say yes. And I think say where you get Posse back again, normal like a Kante and Pogba at the middle, you get Mbappe back again, you know, so they do a lot of running. You need Posse like a Benzema, we get good experience. One in weight after you go don't jam them for long, you know, say that get for weakening them. Then as somebody's this back again at any time, ready back again now for get a surprise. You see, and I believe say now in playing time now na Real Madrid that made them call because then 10 and they you know say they get some. I think we come out of injury where you not be able to play too much, but this season has way pass so it gets a very good time. I'm sure that made them call because when you talk of striker in France, they just too much and they only play top football now. But when you think of Benzema in your own experience, you know, I think say in it for the other teams.
Okay. So apart from Benzema, we don't talk a lot about Kante in the past. Who that you really see you were able to actually put Kante in a bench for right now in the French team?
Yet. That is obvious yet. If me a coach, I need to only pick another the worshiper and the helper watch every kind of thing because the man a slave now. I don't know. Tell me they say no to mortal man. watch the amount of time where that boy picking to touch the ball, watch the amount of time, chasing power, you know. Look at now, it just going to attack number 9, they're going to France, look at it now. It just now, near the 6-yard box, I didn't have so now. So I don't know whether a machine or a waiting. Mr. Wale with man and check and find. Believe me, I wanted to check and find because it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, honestly, it's unbelievable. And not to that stylish player, that business player, he wants a result.
Yeah.
You see? You see, they go extra mile. So I don't know who's coach go left on a bench. Me don't know for all that, but then can play and they look what he do in the Champions League. So me don't know who's coach whether in a right sense of mind we go left that day for any other one. I don't know sometimes. You didn't look like somebody we get for the cup because a activity is so well focused. According to the information, they get on somebody way easily for distract. So I think say also it is ready first. Me not see replacement for it.
So you know it's necessary for rest them at some point because you know how to overuse them also.
Well, I'm not going to use the word overuse because the man, first of all, the man and the way they play game don't send back, so we see reach back again. We all man don't come on camera, don't come back, program that feel back tactics them. So I don't know those kind of more time be nice to explain to you something, you know. Believe me, you see say player for let you rest, you see say you're not able or you don't tire. You go know tire legs and everything. Yeah. The man is everywhere at any time and ready. You see, I believe the coach can get experience past me and you they know what they do. But look what happened back again just no more now. The man just extraordinary. Me, I don't know. I don't get word for describe him. I don't get word for describe him, honestly, Timothy. What's like, a devil? When our Africa word them quick one a devil. You know that's okay. That's what we say no man can say.
If na salon they will say it worship.
It worship, yes, you know. Seriously, but the ball just extraordinary, you know.
I not say you don't play football and you get the kind almost similar kind of physique with Kante. What if this is not the exceptional thing we can't get? We make it they play so very well, and it don't play so very well consistently for nearly 5-6 years now. I would say.
A style of football, yeah. A style of football, quick, like just coming. 1, he is everywhere. 2, it's so fast. 3, it gets speed, and in position they're always right. You see, so I never say he gets everything, but I don't see what he lack. I don't really see what he lack. Imagine a player looking height for making a bench. Height alone when at disadvantage. You know, it's the only disadvantage and the way he gets.
Yeah.
You see? But with that even, look at the even in club, then they afford for rest time. So you see?
Okay, over to you more like on Kante. With his physique and his height. And this ability, the amount of ability we get. I'm not saying you said don't play midfield, and you know the kind thing what they talk about right now. What make you feel say you get that kind of potential for him for perform where he performs so and consistently for more than 5 years?
In decision making and the execution of indecision, make Kale be the most standout player for the position where he play.
In what way?
With the ball. When he get the ball, watch in decision making. You understand the way they execute in decision.
No. Goal.
Hungary don't score.
Just listen, I tell you. What did I say to you? What did I say to you?
Malai, we get for begin put money for you prediction, but you not predict this one it anyway. Because
no, I'm not predicting.
After the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yes, I'm not predicting. I tell you, say this first half, I not see France.
For score.
Forget the results. We didn't go get. Remember, I tell you, I not see France.
No. You did for score. France for score. For score. More like for score.
No. France not score this first half. I talk. I say France. I'm not denying we say 3
T-boy log replay.
Don't get a replay. I say tactically, France not score. Yeah, it's maybe second half. But for this first half, I don't see France to score goal. Remember, I tell you, say, then they defend between the lines. You understand? And get a zone.
Yeah.
So sometimes it look good way they look game. Wait till get the ball. Yeah, wait till get the ball. It look good. They say, oh, then they keep possession. But the main areas them where you look for the opportunity to score a goal, now their teams in the lock. And you're not going to dominate them for 90 minutes.
Yes, you did say that. I remember.
You need to dominate them for 90 minutes. So that chance when they get, then they work on the game plan. Say, okay, anytime we get we on break, we get for make use of them. And this way.
This will be one of the biggest upsets.
You understand? I'm not telling you say France not the winner. I'm not telling you that too. But this first half, I not see France for score goals safe. Because they are fresh. They are fresh. They lock in all the space.
Okay, well, I hope say that's going to change eventually. I don't know whether France going to make that change within the first half so far. But like Kanto Mbappe.
Kante.
Well, Kante, look who left Kante first. Look Kanto Mbappe. I not say Mbappe rise during the last World Cup. They're not be even sure say he will be the kind of player he be so right now because Mbappe is not a fluke. And then they hesitate for even using the World Cup only towards the last few games, and then they say, well, okay, this is not the new Pele. If you say he deserves the recognition for being the new Pele,
no, then go too far. Then go too far. Because he gets time where he get for the in the game for where we prove him say yes he is. We don't see players that we don't come. We not talents them. We all been get the same vision. Say, oh, you give a play, even pass, you give a play pass, not to only Pele. So he gets more time. He's young. He's still the developing in trade. Because when you talk about Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah, this is not 10 years. Consistently.
Sure.
You understand? Because your amount of actions the way they make, and now you maintain them better actions in the you say you are on a different level. You understand? He is a good player. He get a lot of prospects, but we want to see the next 3-4 seasons first consistently. He don't thrive. In the last 2 seasons, he don't thrive. So we want to see more 2 seasons. Then we can put another side every day. We see and day, but we not put on the it. We see have a good day.
Okay.
Over to Fred. Yeah.
Well, so what's now you want to take on Mbappe?
No, but I think I could deviate from it because I'm more like small. Mm-hmm. All the players the way they play right now, like a Nima, the other and the outstanding one, them. Now bad luck number they get where they can't join and tell when Messi and Ronaldo in time. I want to be honest to you. You know, not to like we tell me they can go not say one game person they come out no more now the other person can. I want to be honest to you, say this particular one year, you know, like Mbappe and others, Nima, you know, now the era where they come it. For let somebody who beats Messi, they send Ronaldo in style, and not go easy. Now a different era of football now. But when you look the kind of ball when Mbappe they play, you know what time is not to world class. You know, Pele them get their own time. Pele, what make them see them? Now be one of, you know, Maradona them. You must talk about them because they say they're not been Boku. They're not been Boku. You see, but right now, you know, they are standing playing just too much. But Messi and Ronaldo, they just get their own style of football way, not to be compared with any other one, you know. But when you want to rate some other players, then, T-boy, you know, say this is a player for watch. You see, but who's now Messi will fade out? Who's Ronaldo will fade out? Where they will come up? Because I saw football day, you know, you get time for somebody where everybody concentrate to and they go, so that one just come on now. But it's a two icon the way. My brother, you know, we will rule out for now. You know, we will rule out for now. Maybe the next 2 years. But I still say, I mean, for now, Messi and Ronaldo, they have to be because they're always ready. This I don't want to see people always determined, you know, forget the best, forbid the best. You see, but you know, when we for rule out and out, now the era no more way, then they play into now. I think slightly disturbing small.
Okay, well, I want to welcome Femi because we don't get half time. So I believe say Femi will join me anytime soon. But definitely, I kind of agree with the Messi and Ronaldo. But me not to marry that Ronaldo that much anyway. I feel say Ronaldo is more or less like a player we do all things possible for make sure say he didn't at the top flight. And it's because of his hard work. And in hard work, it's next to none. Messi, they perform effortlessly. I don't even visit say Messi the game. For me to play football to the way how they play football too. But like I say, you can't make the two comparison with him and Ronaldo because I believe say Ronaldo they do everything possible for make sure say he gets active games the way they play. But Slavin Femi, Nick Femi can tell me what you want analytics of the first half. I'm not saying France are one down. Well, I don't know whether France go score because more like soccer. You don't go either in Liverpool call a cap again. Woman, I don't let business at all. Not like this Liverpool business, man.
I know where Liverpool.
But
See? Nah, Liverpool cap this. See the problem with Tibo gets, I think say he either color blind or he just blind. Now blind man.
Tibo na the same cap when I tell me where so.
Left arm. You see United Africa where my brother?
United Africa.
Thank you.
Look am.
Left, they told us this man in here no good. And they tell him, Fred Kushel.
Yes, sir.
No bad, a long time indeed. Yes, welcome to our guests watching with us. We love you guys. Without you, we wouldn't be here. Really and truly, this game, I've been on telling her from the beginning, see, now one game team in this competition, that is France. Una mark me word. Now the game they can see. Second half, now that they can see. Fred don't tell Una say we can't sweat. No problem. Seriously, on all serious notes, I think say the game they can sweat second half because the game go can open. Again, as more like say earlier on, I think say France been deserved for do better because this is not the game of the group, I believe. With the results from the previous rounds, it's imperative say France win this game also for ensure say then puts the mark na the group and other people and fear them because not so easy group, not because they don't beat Germany. I mean say everything else is going to be straightforward because right now all man get 3 points apart from Germany. All man get 3 points and we know say Germany able come back and get them. Okay, Hungary they 3 points so complete it, but they don't score one. So if the game done soon now, then we'll get 3, France will get 3, Portugal will get 3. So that's why it be important for make France. If France able win this game, then we'll get 6 points. Then we definitely don't qualify already. So that's very important. I think say for some strange reason the French team then see forget a lot of possession, but they don't seem able for the hot Hungary enough at the first half. But I will let Fansu for now. Make you guess and come back on.
Okay, thank you very much, Femi. And I believe say what you say we will watch and we will listen to putting the guest and get for say. Because say one fan the guest they will get today. Now man we get mocked. I tell you, I just get put on football. And it just don't prove it to me within the just 5 minutes where he comes. It don't go video but what way France. But again, on a very serious note, you feel to say France will win this tournament, with everything really on the court now.
Like what Femi say, but the only thing to watch, I'm gonna lie for you. Trust me. First of all, don't check the miss. This money miss and everything. We get up to nearly 8. This first time, we get 13 shots on target. 13 shots on target. I can understand. Compared to England, we don't get one yesterday, Yes, but more like it's not a kill, but when you go near, say this is a miss, good one. But me one assure honestly,
you not kill. Miss gonna the kill.
Now the highlight of the watch show. Now they just Frank, we just unlucky. We just unlucky, honestly.
What if France end up for being unlucky? Say the game done 90 minutes, then still they won down.
I think that's I wish, but this really happen actually. No, I know where they wish for something. Not to me. We they win 4-1.
4-1 now.
4-1. 3-0. Not the same. Not 3-0. Not 3 goals.
4-1.
We get 3 goals. You're not 4-1. We'll get 1 against, but still have to get back again more plus 3 goals and 3 points.
Okay, Molai.
I'm serious. Molai. If Molai believe what you say back again no more now, you know no more now. Wait a second now. We don't sell up put on.
Okay, Molai, let me bring you coming quick. I'm not saying your way of looking at the game is totally different from what we see, and I believe you get your own views. So, what do you think so far?
France beatable, and not only France. Every team who they play in this tournament are beatable.
Okay.
Be careful. I know say France and Fred, now France is the support. But you don't know what will happen in the next 45 minutes. France beatable.
So you just for the fact that you believe say France beatable, it means anything can happen at the game.
Yes.
Because there is nothing indispensable when it comes to football.
Yeah.
You can get the best player in the world, but you still lost.
Yeah.
Italy don't prove until we, Brazil don't prove until we, England, well, I know count England, but Italy, Brazil, and even I know count England don't prove until we, but Italy don't prove until we, Brazil don't prove until we, Germany at some point don't prove until we, because the same way Germany lost to France during our World Cup final, I think it was
surprise.
It was like a one-sided game to some point because Germany really matched France man-to-man at that point in time. So basically, yes, the best team on the pitch, they win. So I believe, I stand by what you say. But the only thing where I go dispute small, yes, France beatable. But I can say France beatable only when the game don't complete for 20 minutes, 10 years to get over. And like in those places where you go say Manchester United is beatable only when the referee blow the game over. Because Alex Ferguson will make sure say it turns like if say Alex United say they one down. Alex now 1 minute, Alex Ferguson believes say it seems to score now 1 minute today and then win game. And it don't do them during Champions League when they want for win the treble. So there is nothing impossible in football. The one way, yes, Fred.
I want coming quick.
Go on.
10 more life. Until you talk what are you talking like? The England journalist said, you know, accent is France is beatable or not. Let me go straight to the point. You don't begin analyze the English and we know one bad name. France is beatable. France is beatable. No more life. Then why when I choose now when I two left foot at the back for Canada this program? So I don't know how to write foot like me back. More like you know left foot. Timo you left foot. Why? Timo you know left foot. More like left foot. More like no go like you say back. I didn't forget foot. More like surprise after almost here for like no saying left foot.
Me na dead left.
I still remember. Let you know say me na possible. Me retentive memory really good.
Yeah.
So more like Abuala, you coming on like to this question. Please go straight. Timo, ask the question again. You know, no answer will like a British journalism. We know say all team is beatable. Answer the question direct. This question back. I want to vote. Yes, Timo, answer the question back.
Fred, you make her sweat.
What you do? What is the right?
You make her sweat. You might not only ask the question, but you make her sweat. I want zip down. But anyway, on a very serious note, Molai, I will put the question back to you.
Yeah.
Think of it. If you say I'm going to win, for them.
Yes.
Well, me the judge France based on the content of the game. Let France come inside and let's see waiting the performance when they put up again. Then get question now.
You don't see 45 minutes. You don't see 45 minutes more like.
Yeah. Now England may get ball yesterday.
No. You play bad name on social media. You answer this today. You play bad name on social media. You answer this today. Okay, Timo, let me reframe the question for you more like France the winner in the beat France. Look, that's a long way. Hungary is laughing now. What's it?
Hungary the lead.
So much I still answer.
Still answer the question. 10 now. Answer it. Real British journalists. Yeah? When they tell you say it's going to be left and right.
And the answer the African way. We beat Hungary 4-1.
Typical Africa, West Africa, we send back again. So more like you don't see Table answer. You answer, you know, like can we Africa wait for we?
Okay.
More like answer.
Almost the game.
More like answer.
Almost the game the end.
Yes, more almost the game the end. Good one. But for me teacher, you will study balance examination question. Yes, more like
the scores not for that be not going to be that great.
See, but follow the program. Follow the program. See, more like answer people are being more answer with more answer way.
You don't predict.
Because what gets something for say at the end of the day, yes.
Almost the game the end.
Your prediction.
Yes, your prediction.
From both sides, yeah. France get the advantage for win. But the goals not going to come the goals they would expect. France go win. I don't get the prediction, but the goals
Femi,
they're not going to be that much.
Femi, come in.
Femi, how this game they end in your opinion? What's going to be the scores?
On a one for bully, me poor man more like I don't agree. I don't agree. I'm not gonna bully the man. The man telling us say this game not get for easy for France. Why not they come more than the guy? Simple. I believe say we all know so believe say France will win this game. But believe in reality, not two different things. Right now, France are trailing. Maybe not think so for the win this game. Well, I say I talk about France for the win this game 2-0 or 3-0, but not also a big game. I think say the second half go fine, as I said before. I believe say France could score and possibly win the game 2-1. That's my personal belief. How the game they play now. Yes, I think it will be 2-1 and possibly the second goal will be 9 minutes. You know,
it's more like you do now. It's more like you do now. When you give scores 2-1, instead it will be that the 2 about 2, you don't see back again. You don't everything they say. You don't hear.
But talking on our previous talking points, we'll give more like small break. We'll talk about Mbappe. I know it's a big pronounce this guy name, but we'll talk down the later. Mbappe. Okay, Mbappe. And Pele, you know, the comparison. What I go say is back in the days when football, I go say, been just begin shown at the international stage because of the emergence of TV, it was easier for player them from Europe and from player them from the Americas for be noticed than we African players them. So literally some of them over so they see now, obviously they get African origin. They didn't travel out of Africa into Europe that much. And as footballers, then definitely not. We're not been exports football at that time day. So now it's all about Africa. So now see, so if I look at French team this, so I don't know, most of them will get African heritage, but I believe say possibly at least 7 of them, if not more. So you see, it's a different topic now. You know, we've been hearing about you know, certain heroes that will been small. We play football prior to Dentiaso, but because there was no or limited proper international coverage of Africa, it would have been hard for, you know, even if we been get Pele in Africa, then send it for Image. But right now, we see Boku more. This African Nations Cup, I should say some footballer, then they believe safe, then go spark yanda, some big European club, then go see them and go buy them. So, you know, it's all about information, it's all about communication, and everything happening now. It's for them, you know, puts themselves on the map and puts Africa on the map. I believe say France don't do you know, Pele be not predict an African team go win the World Cup. I think same prediction can do on the last World Cup, although they not been wearing African color, but the amount of African players that been the day, I think they do well proud, hence why we're all glad for them. And they celebrated in African style. You know, they show the world how for dance we can music them. You know, they celebrated as only we can celebrate. One video I watch is some guy they tell the Americans, say this is proper football. This is why football is a beautiful game. And whilst they see the Frenchman and they sing and dance African music after they win the World Cup.
Thank you very much, Femi. I totally agree with you on that, because now one of the discussion, and I know we a couple of days ago, this guy will highlight some of the great scenes them of the World Cup victory, where Pogba was partly influential to make sure say they're able to do that. Because like I said earlier on, a couple of days ago, Pogba are the only player we they play African music na phone, African music na when they're on the board. So it basically bring the team calm for understand the content of African music. Well, the second half don't start, and I believe say right now, France don't vex, then they on the attack rapidly. They now for need for showy, what team they get the potential of what to make them feel to say that they will be one of the best team at the tournament so far.
Now this are the goalies. So okay.
Ooh, as a misa.
It goes side still. When I block the entire.
Because this game right now, the way I start, so you don't start with fire. And I believe, say, if you continue the way how it starts, it will be totally different. But Fred, yesterday we talk about football, but not talk about salon football. Now, I want to ask you, I know say you don't mention that earlier one for congratulate the team and make sure say they understand, say yes, you're happy, say they don't qualify, even though the 10 will not be there. Now the scene will not be able to qualify, but you see kudos to the one that we don't make sure that the team qualify for go African Nations Cup for the third time. What's your take in the tournament so far for Wake Salon qualify?
Well, I believe say, you know, we know Salon for one thing first, late preparation. But one unique thing no more now, the players and determination, you know, for say this we are going to get it no matter what. Because T-boy, me I don't know what's in the happen at Salon. In a social media, this I will manage because me not play for when it comes to salon and the passion I get of football, not able for manage or certain words and back again on social media. I will try today. You know, we don't know, we don't get fixtures. CAF and FIFA, they don't send to we, T-boy, the whole year program. You don't know, say you get game now, you get game. First of all, I was totally against this. I don't know for this adjective for you to describe this Benny Corona issue in salon first. But again, I want to tell you one thing. Now, me that the person they play, Papa go do ya, not make this game as so can play in salon. Papa go do ya, not make this play can make a salon, not can play in salon. We so dumb that T-boy, honestly, we boys they all they play in a better pitch overseas. We they say no, we homegrown for dig more. When people and come back, I don't want to beat them. This archaic idea, I was supposed to say, you know. Any team for do it's supposed to get an advantage. Will not be able to fair play, so we get the good boys in. All the games the way they go play out to see it happen. Nigeria and everything. Look, let's put Nigeria as a and force. For let we play with them, you know, then we know what happen. See, but that result, I think, say now one result will shock me. I don't go lie by you. One result will shock me first. You see? Then the boys, them, we're not going to say they play top, but they get a sacrifice for the country. So why the way they administer now, we did back not get the sacrifice for the boys then? People, if they explain to you how they reach Guinea, now God, and you know what Solomon on the time is here, yeah, do or die. Now God no more answer.
Well,
why we take, you know, I mean,
but carry on.
Yeah, you see, but we get the, I was saying now we get the players that are determined. Something the way shock me, something the way I'm not be able to control myself, first myself cry, you know. Once it is Zengele, when they go stone in holes, damage all kind of thing on just because it miss penalty. Now we take up the band to take the team going under. So Napoli, you know what the player they see. Here you only see player back again, he miss penalty like what that is boy in Scotland. We be the Real man, we Tottenham now so. He miss penalty and there's also bail. You miss an salon at trouble. So Napoli, you know the extreme pressure where we African players more like a salon. Where we not say you mama don't if you mistake miss penalty. That's why you mama no more now we don't know how you play football or waiting. So I think say the boy then deserve a lot of praise. We forgive them maximum support because salon situation is unique, it's different from other countries. Them. You know, one, the constraint from administrators, the way they administer football. Second, supporter them back when you don't make mistake. Two, the officials them back when you're ready for talking, should they call again? So the no pressure, I mean, it just pass mark. It just pass mark for them. So with this now, I think say it will calm the pressure small. I just pray because I don't begin to see now say, and now go to Luba way there and now go to play them back again. You know, but the player that we will need, I think that they will get super put together. Player the way ready for sacrifice. You know, big time. Not a small journey, T-boy. Not a small journey. And I think say if we not play Kista again, I think so not do right. Minus anything, you know. For let Kista left UK and go down and first go begin manage from Johansson, Can Lions stay, go down make it go, you know, Nations Cup. So it be a lot. Now we did it. Salona plays way one great mistake no more. You are finished, but you don't go say small. You know, so but I think say it's high time we begin for change with concept on, you know, how would they react when we lost game? How would they react back the way you know so we'll not get 2-1? Because then they're really difficult. It's really difficult, you know. Because you go play under tremendous pressure. So if you do not the program, they will tell Leon Star will be the or maybe the sponsor Leon Star. So play they shake when they hang the boots when they talk to them, you see their leg they shake. Because you remember say this. You see, and Kai did a wonderful job. Just imagine if Kai missed that penalty to the back. Because at the person way don't start.
You know me for Salon again.
At all, because what you do, the followers of the present regime where they want football, not the left way. Lifetime in the social media, they want the wall now. Where Kai go there and say, so they go on. It inform, you get France them. That an international match, so they don't take a different ways of say, in can go for situation. So this goal here now we can see 9 causes. Why would they pick on lead shooting? Whether somebody don't sacrifice for a lot, but the lead shooting number when not even a mistake. When the person in just your own culture, would you always pick on and say this is not right? Who that go there now back you don't get stranded in a border number now for 10 good hours. You need to inform your followers them. No, you get followers them. Not to the guy lane, but within a corner number and board and go take a number now it's not support on social media. It's quite different. You see, but I think so we need for the land for let people know how for handle their situation there. So, you know, for wearing that jazzy day and carry the green, white, and blue, T-boy, it's not a joke.
I agree. So when you talk about preparation, you say CAF and FIFA, they don't send the fixtures for the games they will Salon get for play within the next 6 months. Which kind of preparation you did make reference to specifically, if I can ask?
T-boy enough from tickets. Calling of players, I think they get few time for that on the technical side, but you go for no say one, they get for move from point A to point Z. How do they get that movement there? We're suitable, underline the word suitable for the players there.
So transportation.
Suitable under the word. Yes. You know. Not so like when you don't say now die. I mean, just imagine now you get timetable. You can even reach 2 days. Why would they always wait a day before for get a final preparation? That is completely wrong. Then you don't know, so you get game the 3rd of August, for example. You know, you go don't get number for your vest name and name. You go don't know back again the jazz way you go use. Because you just really go how you get for go with 2. Or you know they change. All only for don't in place. Ticket where you know say this person for don't reach Salon 4 days for ticket before you go. You know go wait till the 4 days reach no more. You go take a ticket and they can because football get for do with mind preparation. You see, you have to prepare your mind. But in the which always, so to we game day to magazine, I think they go begin say for look for the shortest way. So man can begin now from England and they go go Ghana, can like before you reach Salon. Just because they wanted that day and they don't delay. And I don't think so that we put up for it. You see, because when you think of waiting Minister of Finance and declare say they get them, but I want to tell you one tactics. Let me not let me back to boy. If they begin do one early, seriously, you will get question for ask.
Yeah.
Now when they do under pressure, say delay this so no more now. I think they can take say ticket na $2,000. There is no option. You see, there is no option just because of them little thing and they now only that the country down there see people in dance when they terminate Omel contract for they go buy in a Guinea because they talk say hey we can begin make money back. You see, so then funny thing there. So all the diva progress na Salon and now we go try for left. You see, because the country gets everything for making them boys that they're happy. Look, we go spend thousands of dollars now at the hotel away. Now that way they get hostel, put them together back, you know, with the money there. So we know say that transportation and flights. You know, I can so feel bad when most of the time they'll tell them they come out for the money in SLFA, can look SLFA first. I mean, they will see the hostel within the way, just to go work for 2-3 hours, not within the bill. Why all them things in there? Why would not go put the country first? You see, we get a lot of things for doing that, but I want to be honest to you. We're not going to talk about it on social media, but there's a lot of gap, you know, and we know to think about the people in the back where they go so for winning the players and force. Now, we don't interest in no more yonder. See, but if you see people like in the fetch for per diem, they will put me say, go, I will give you this. Let the player in force. Now, all this salary, they see no more. Now, officially, they go say the boss was player, inside, not see it. Officially, they want for go. You know? I don't see one flight back where somebody they walk along and tell me, say, the man don't know say everybody get your own seat. Say, let me go here because we place for the man cannot say. Can you imagine? And the flight. You don't know say everybody get your own seat. Then you want to go sit down. So if you put the player don't get seat, you don't go put on. When you don't go say any cannot again. I can you imagine the I don't know who's what for use, you know? Seriously. So and then once you not party to me, I will take you go because you know my own party. You don't talk for me now. I will fly with you. I only funny thing in there. Look at what's happening now. Chris from here, now be the manager we don't know just because you say you ask for position now, you know, just get a letter the next number so no one you can call that person, but they can't take over here. I mean, it's trending. That didn't make Tibo you ready for go day. That didn't make myself ready for go day back. We know what's in Chris too. Why would they begin to take selfish in there? Yes, it happened. Tibo, they can never give you a true reason why they terminate Omen contract because me support for the Michael, I don't support Aisha. That same thing I must say, you can't not support why can I depend that will be placed there. How Salon will get progress? How go progress? You know, you're trending, you know. You as a genuine Salon, I will let give us Salon get white and blue, they fly up there. You know?
Okay, I totally understand your frustration because you don't spend a couple of days highlighting some of those frustrations. Because me, the one way me take to consideration and the fact say we can't go Guinea, BNW. We're not able to pay $200-300 for players then for me then fly plane go Guinea. Based on player, then that's the only opportunity they possibly might have in their entire life for ride the plane. So now some of them half privileges they don't have to say we they take for granted. And then again we talk about footballing discipline. How with the discipline we play them for me to understand say when you're a professional, if you're able to live the life of a professional, what you do behind the scene, on the pitch and off the pitch is very important because it makes you who you are as a professional. We make an example of that yesterday. We will bring up this issue of Black Lives Matter and Femi mentioned say Sahar refused to take the knee and then it gets so much teach in social media. Well, I say Sahar gets your lifestyle and if you look at his lifestyle and you realize say he's supposed to do certain things and he do and he put himself in the limelight for make it be for the negative reason, then definitely you get that. But one thing we may not agree with the preparation when they go to Guinea, and the fact say the players they just they sleep now go on, played matter, they don't any side. I think that was very, very unprofessional of the players then. And I feel say some amount of education should have been done to those players and made understand say when you work salon jersey, or even if you represent your club, you mean so much to your club, you're a role model because anything you do negatively, it affects you negatively. But I don't say there is one player who don't talk much about now this platform since we don't start there in competition. So when Musa Tumbo, I don't say you be the free turn with the Musa Tumbo incident that will happen all over the country for the past couple of months or years. What thing that you take on the Musa Tumbo saga? Because Musa Tumbo is possibly one of the most out and out striker right now we get. He don't win the Golden Boots for almost 2 seasons. And at the moment, I think he's still leading. So what thing that you don't take on Musa Tumbo? Even though he gets a late call out, but we still believe, say, now man we need to put on a bench just because of like his start. What do you think of in the game we don't happen to him all these years?
I go blame the manager. I don't believe in too many stories there. But I want to come back with one quick one, T-boy, on this flight issue. Me being there against flight for one reason or the other, it's too short. Then 2, it get a lot of constraint. We talk in terms of this corona thing now. You know, we go to a flight for travel now, we get a lot of hassle. But still, we don't see team in also they come over at the same distance from PZ to Cambia. Tibo, you only need 1 hour. Maximum, no, it's 1 hour 30 minutes. We get good people.
No, okay? Fly. then I fly the fly. If I pass 1 hour, it pass 1 hour. It's a minimum
okay.
of 3 hours.
Okay. No. 2 hours, but me don't do 1 hour. You don't go 2 hours. Yes, you're right.
You literally
me don't would make you 7.
You literally do about 100 and something miles an hour for make you able for daily.
Yeah, 130. Now 130 I do.
That's too much. Okay, but go on.
No, not to mile, na kilometer, not to mile. T-boy, na kilometer.
But
on a serious note, T-boy, they get them Boston way, get toilet, make yourself comfortable. Then you will forget which they call, you stop points them, you stop points. You know, say if they go from here, if you stop in this position here, so then get fresh. If not anything, take no one now say from Salon for go Guinea way, be no arrange stopping points back again for lunch, stopping points for relax, because now game then they go play.
Yeah.
You see, but I can always say, well, not in a bad way, but way administrator they can, where they not say yes. They're not ready for land and they're not be non-land. You get all their constraints there, T-boy. All what you need for not forget somebody with the right minded for say, let's plan in advance. That's all. I
agree with you, plan in advance.
Yes. Now that's normal now. If you use comfortable boss, because not a long journey. Not to that bad long journey.
Yeah,
honestly, to bad long journey.
The road journey from Freetown to Guinea, the best road way to get now from Freetown to Gambia, to Pamalap. That's it.
Yes.
From Pamalap to Guinea is rugged. And a game you go play. You play game the next day. You feel say fatigue no go come in where you go don't go to humps, gallops, and all that kind of exhaustion there. And you say yes, when you go to airport, is slower for the COVID test and everything. But I feel say if you get all the paper and write the code, they say, you go struggle on airports. Now, one man they go no more than do all una checking and then una come individually for doing a test check. So I don't think that will be too difficult for me to able to go through that process day within 1 hour. Then they go wait for 11 hours na Pamalap. There is no way they go keep una for 11 hours na airport. Not possible. And at least if they keep una 11 hours na airport, una day in the confinements of comfort. It is not going to be uncomfortable. It's not going to be extremely hot, wherein people will be sleeping on the floor. Then they get this and that, get that here. That's not my only concern. I'm waiting for the same gets to that particular travel structure.
You will shock for no say, I don't take a whole team club go play in Guinea. You get what they call let the mission. Tibo, na protocol they miss. It's so easy. Foreign affairs they give list of name, where they pan and one great person now they go na the office them and go show them which they don't see that one they done. Then they stamp you and say go. Let them say the two and then be left. Then I like na private motor but what's in the one here and then when I go inside with back again, when they take let's say passion for they go. And no one can begin push so many things I do na here.
Yeah, no,
but I mean yes. So when you reach here and now they not all go begin work no more just because you don't delay, Tiboy, I don't know what's happening with Salon no more now. Would they make too much? I don't care too much for certain things when a national issue. I think some people in Gabon begin pay a lot of price on national issue where they do wrong thing to the country. Because now Tiboy, me don't be minister of sport now. Whatever Tiboy doing, I'm a party. Whether you won't go right someone, nobody actually question. I mean, it's not done. We know the help with itself. But I think so Gabon plenty time for talk down because we say we want to talk down now na trouble. We not go able. Goal, don't score. I tell that this man. Yes. No, wait, boss. Is here? One. No, I need to talk yet. More like. Yeah, get put more like let's talk. More like, I want to comment about that goal. I make Tiba. They come back to us tomorrow. More like comment about that goal. They make. Now, Griezmann, I tell you, they don't sweat. The next one I can't say. More like talk about big. More like talk quick.
Go on, more like. First, make you talk.
But look, you man, safety now. And I said, come on now, the gladdy.
Femi,
yeah. Because be under pressure.
More like. Left Femi, more like talk about to goal. That's more like that. More like talk about to goal. Left Femi.
Now a good goal. Now a good goal. Me say be no goal. But I tell you say. I tell you say.
For loud, but the man no more give you don't go black ball. You forget. More like forget for ask you. More like also you dey. Timon forget for ask and more like also you dey. They are big. For today.
No, Mola need support to No,
the game me the look.
Now the game in the analyze, in the support individuals. He tell you what the game, he tell you what you play them, he tell you what the statistics. So that you can't get smart on that.
Okay, more like.
And me don't want
to. And not on this.
Yeah,
no, I want to come on this Musa Tombo.
Okay.
Tiboy Musa Tombo issue is sad. If anybody tell you, say, you know, the reason I lie, they lie for you. People don't kind of say, na devil. Why you devil in the kitchen at salon? People don't kind of say, na woman. And you see such a video on social media where a lady for Kenema, they controlling life, they dance in the street, they make so. You see, one thing make you always so, not in a bad note, but Musa Tombo, then banner up for their kind. We need permanent manager, we get for the control on number in football. Trust me.
Yeah.
Why me know what anything they can say somebody we can refer to as Chris, but they can Allah what they capable of doing. You know, one they do on a salon, you know. So I feel say ASF get older the way it was, where he left no more come out here, so and then they get a happy time. So it needs somebody for taking through waiting again in Africa and waiting for gain in Europe now. You see? Because why if we ever play a salon for playing a section of devil, you want to make it say, but one they don't see the man arm himself, they don't see for them are grown. So I believe say family and the manager, they get a role for play.
So seriously, if you say family for play, and okay, I know the manager in role, but which kind of role if you just say they for really play for make you able to get a different turnover with how they see the game in Salon and how they see the game in Europe? Because the first day we can talk say he not agree for play because he said the weather cold. And we can understand that particular excuse because not so many players that really command Africa able for cope with the kind of weather with it, especially Sweden or Norway or the Scandinavian, because we know for say those areas are extremely cold. So you not feel this is a genuine excuse for make a player able for say okay at the return, because we don't see for people that we know to football in the go for. But like you say, management has a lot to do with that. Was he well prepared before he even make the move to Osaigo?
Now the word is at the talk, Now the word is at the talk, Solomon. Now because one, because we don't put that person on say, yeah, that no easy or not to the time in the talk now. Then when you go, the only way where you will succeed, you get to try it and say, yeah, not to easy place. I'm determined, good or bad, you know, I for make them. You just get to do that, good or bad, I for make them. But the story there where the hear about Musa Tombo, to story where for make, you know, somebody where we know say this. Now we don't start and we reach and it gets a lot. Remember, if Musa Tombo got like a 6 months, can get a polish that you what you go do for we, you know. But Tiboy is sad, But continue with me no go. I don't want to talk on social media, okay. But you know, not distraction, and you know what it mean. I don't want to call an woman distraction. When somebody when a woman when they closer to you, they distract you bad. Tell me don't come on, Musa Tombo. They don't say them my eye, they don't side it. The lady back they make more say somebody don't sign contract when they pay. You the woman they make more say, you know. They not talk to me. No go see Musa Tombo. Pass around for let play. I mean, come on. Somebody don't sign get one of the heaviest contract back in the salon day. You know, but as I can say, boy, I don't know what to do salon no more. Salon not be gates. We get a lot of work there, boy. We get work under. People don't know the limits. Just because they don't get opportunity for them, they are politicians, then if they closer to power, so many things they do. Now, no more. Like how we go and I will lock with 17 people, we did now, so 12 good years. But I tell you, if you know all your mind, I should say today to my back, you don't pack. Now, a different place. Now, like when we go 5 years, and they go and can't submit them. But just talk to you go salon today, you regret them. Trust me. You regret them because they just get their own concept about things. Seriously. Somebody when I seen your player when you know you go be tomorrow, you don't make all man don't get your video when you dance with the back in the street, when you dance there you waist, I the shake waist panel. Something in there, you know, you go get them out, but you don't go they push another person and make they control this particular person here, where you know see it gets in career. So now God they help the boy no more because now born player. Imagine after them tell no more now they go begin to misbehave now, you don't score, you begin to get a bad game. You know, you can imagine all them things in there. So to me, I believe say it left to a manager in a family, they get a lot for do. We can't talk about this, now talking about people for talk to boy. You know, but then they see what they happen because who say somebody every now and then after training, you see now one person maybe in life to go up so and not get rest, it's gonna go down to go to the club. I mean, it's not called, it's not done. But so, me and you know go will stop that.
So what's in the management to do? Because if you sign a player and then they under your contract, if you're able for control the way how they do things so far? Because that's what we see in Europe.
See, but when you don't get somebody we don't consider for this star in Africa, so man just say they play for talk to them. I tell you the truth. If you be say that particular person will talk to that lady, na minister or na vice president your own person. So God, you club manager, you know able to talk. Now that's not the bad thing about Salon. Power and make people and they kill do all kinds of things for make them go get power because so you don't get everything. You don't even get the next man like you just talk to someone say this life off. Nothing that take your life soon. Which is really bad, Tibo. Now the reality of the town of Africa. Seriously. If that lady gets well connected, that man is not going to talk to herself. You see? And who's the manager under? Now that is spent for the day. Other in the spend, now government people then. So you see, the equation not balance. They're not balanced at all. Okay. And it's sad now for the one the way they affect. It really, really sad. Now Musa told me they come out some, but there's a lot. See, but there's a lot of football about when they go to the same constraint. There is a lot. You know, I pity them, but we can only talk about that number. Okay, we'll talk no more now. That's all.
I know say you don't do into football for long now, Pitong, and I believe your role in football back in the days was great in terms of bringing in so many different things. You from your local club, the winner, Bolton. Your club still exists, or you don't pack them up for now?
You don't like Bolton. Bolton play for, and at Sheffield United have been getting there. Now Bolton you play for, eh?
No, I'm not. Sorry. So the club still exists, or you don't give up?
No, T-boy. When this problem came with Aisha and Rodney Michael, I was there. I saw everything. When they go take people out, and I be no say ball no go play. So which I do I talk say me and you know me now with this kind of unfair treatment. And then cook there, so I don't think someone will be part of it because prosperity will judge me tomorrow. You know, me not post this, I'm not able to see things wrong, I'm not talk. I'm not ready for talk, but they give me reference to me. So I've been telling them, say, no, me they dissolve my club back again until they put the record straight.
Right.
And people have been taking me say, oh, this man don't go talk with no ball, no play for the past 8 years. So they may be bold enough for say I'm out. You know, because you know, so we're only part of this world, I don't learn something say, if you say you might not, what's not the right to you, they say. I don't want to be part of this corrupt situation. So, I mean, I dissolve the team. And the good thing we do, I make sure I get all my players a free transfer. Even the free transfer, I get them, they're not able to play. And after the tension that they live in, they make more for the play, and don't cancel, and they say Corona don't increase that salon. And Minister to Corona, now money no day. Tibo, you go get him 40 million for go play. You know what's that day? Check it in pounds. 40 million, a whole premier team. Then they get them go start. We joke too much. We joke honestly. We play with people in professional back again no more. Then we don't choose to be footballer. You see? You see man get team under. Oh, Tibo. All man, but man they get team under for election. Men they will go vote. So man they get players for water. But you don't take it, you know, let's hear what they talk to someone up to national level. They also they go to no more, then they wear green, then they wear blue, then they wear white, then they wear pink, then they wear green. I mean, it's not just done. You see?
Okay. Let's bring in Femi. I see Femi don't come on. I'm not saying I make reference to the Musa Tumbo saga because one of the most interesting topic that one day. Because himself, nobody knows the way believe in Salon football right now, like a Musa Tumbo. Over to you, Femi.
Tamba.
Yes.
Yes. So the whole Musa Tumbo scenario, you know, we don't hear him, we don't see him play out on social media. I asked a question yesterday to the guests. I asked, say, you know, what would they do for we player them with regards to mental health. You know, I make an indication when Cantona score a wonderful goal now Old Trafford, he kicking in collar up, he spin around, and the whole stadium went crazy. You know, people on where they watch on television go crazy, they screaming name, this and that. I remember, you know, Aguero scoring a last-minute goal for deny Manchester United the Premiership and Man City win the Premiership. With Manchester United, they don't game in London, they don't begin celebrate all thing. I still Sky Sports always the reminder of that goal they within the like, Aguero. You know, it's incredible. I can imagine how incredible it can be with people in the celebratory under. Then tomorrow now retirements don't come and the noise silence. Nobody know they allow you again. Sometimes if you picking in the fitter, you know, you have to give stress. All the fan adoration don't go. How do you feel as a former player? So I asked that question yesterday. And what will they do, especially we African players, and what will they do for support them, for make them know say when football done, we are here to support you. But as Fred say, something Musa Tumbo in case, because he's still an active player, his manager has to take responsibility. You know, we don't see and get quite a few opportunities them way. Beaucoup player them a young boys them are thriving for. Then they can't wait for get the opportunity and they get them and able for secure them for long term. So I say myself, I blame the manager and the people around them. I think they should be doing a lot more for support them. And if there's an issue there, for find the right way for deal with that issue there. And you know, we see the social media, the dance, the girl there, the girl with the dance behind them. All them saying they again not down to the people we suppose for the look after the bubble. If you na me picking, you na me woman, you na me person, and you do thing away wrong, the last year for the do now for capture my video and ensure say it gets to the rest of the world. Something and they will get for protect and you know keep them as a personal thing than publicize them to the world. Just for support the person we're important in this case. And again, I just think the people we surround Musa have not done their job properly.
Okay, I totally agree with you on that, Femi. Definitely, while you look at the management structure of how we say, then for begin look after the player they ask for. But again, like we say, like how Fredo highlights and we say basically definitely support them at some point. Say, still the joke around professionalism in the game, because the game means so much to the players. But are the players really getting that much attention? Are they really focusing on them that much? Are they really giving the opportunities that should be given to them? Are they really being used for the right reason, other than just being used for other reasons by the people they already lead? So I can count on Mola. Mola, you know, say Femi highlighted this yesterday. And as a coach, what do you feel to say are some of the challenges that you feel the team will get in terms of the mental state of the players and how they were able to encourage the players and for able to keep up on the mental state and then standard of playing, even though they will be distracted by outside forces, either family, friends, or relationships?
First of all, we deal on Musa Tumbo in topic. There's certain things in the way don't missing. We not go easy for it gets them again. You understand? The basic education and also the football education. You know, say when picking Dana Academy in the prepare and for get a career in football, it's part of the educational scheme. I mean, when you do an academy, you do work with the schools there, so they all support you. You understand?
Yeah.
Not only for you become technically a good footballer or physically, but the physiological side of you, then they train your mind to let you become a better person in life. Even if you don't make concept on football, but it don't prepare you done. So even the boys are all the coach, so we don't just coach them for become a footballer. There's certain information them who they pass to them, they learn from that. They make them, let them become a better person. Musa Tumbo miss that. You understand? Okay. So it gets a nature of that kind of attention seeking. in a negative way.
So how you feel the student group
then because it get that attention seeking day, it become kind of indiscipline. Because there's certain mistakes in the way they make. It's over 14 years. Yeah, from 14 now waiting they now on football. Now then the boys then they make decision for themselves now. They begin training for them, begin learn for make decision for themselves. So Musa is over the age. So most of the things that we do now is based on his own choice.
Okay.
Based on your own choice. Because if today everybody they say you need prayer, this, that wouldn't they can pull on a Europe. So let them pray for him. You understand? But when it is on these kind of dramatic things and way women they dance, then they go in a club and they do so many things, people will then embrace that, then they let that and take as kind of popularity. They put another celebrity form level for salon level.
Okay.
So this is based on choice.
So you believe say most of what thing that happen and most happen in life right now choice way in choose for?
Yes, no choice.
He could have made a different choice instead of putting a choose right now.
Yes.
So if you say
he's over 22, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely he's older than 22. So if you just say you don't need any kind of professional attention for making you ever and perform that kind of lifestyle, for making you understand say in a professional in a different game like one.
As Fred they say, I honestly believe say people in the world don't put them down and talk to them. They'll be honest. Because not to 1 time things will happen, not to 2 10, not to 5 10. People that most when are professionals them, we don't get the opportunity to go as a professional footballer them. We not only footballers them. Like let's say Fred, we don't deal in this part of the world, you don't live in a salon, you don't meet with people, you don't come across so many things them. I know most don't pass 1 or 2 advice to him. But when you look at it, he's not a good listener. Because now every week they do things now. So it's based on choice. Yeah.
Okay, Fred, let her bring you come on.
When I two things I feel about this whole issue. One, family I like, but not go into deep. Where you not get football mentality, you not get educationally. I mean, you are poor. So many things it can affect you back. Musa Tombona, God can give say this balloon we have for some player. We should only talk to ourselves. See it against quick. I want to tell you the truth. Well, not to damage the money me now. But the green, white, and blue stain. I wish if I've been cancelled, you cancel on saffron. After they don't get all kinds, they don't threaten this side, such like come say go kill, say go jump, then begin look say back again. Wait, man. Who say don't send you an embassy, don't pay for you, don't do all kinds. They must want follow up for see. Then they see them kind of and now say, you even they say you want jump now and lift them on a 21 floor now, look at the dance and how you make way for the other Sierra Leone, that's my question. Now help the football, any Sierra Leone they will get the same chance again. See most of the agents and they talk to themselves.
Yeah.
You see, they talk to themselves. So me now one sad part and the way Mona me I not go for life now. You see, and not paying this green, white, and blue better. Else outside don't go. And you don't make life difficult back for the other players there. On Musa Tombo, not to disrespect, but I don't expect her to think much. Honestly, I don't talk to her too much. I don't expect her to think much, and I think it's something natural about.
So if Fred, are they the way you talk to him?
No, you not been did it.
And most you don't pass your advice.
Yeah, so many people because you must feel his story. Anybody when a mortal man, you must feel Musa Tombo's story. You will not know the true story. You must feel him. But like somebody where you gonna say you go able to tell and say if you work on ABCD, you go okay. It's easily distracted just because first of all, insect don't know what he wants. They don't know what he wants. You see Musa Tombo na training set back again a problem. Where they set back in a camp na problem. They don't know what he wants. Like when they can say Well, also actually what I will use because they can get money lost now. Would we person get beaucoup money? They don't nothing for do. This they get talent now. They don't have handle. So that talent means go back. You see, now make I say a manager. No, you know, not say me a goal. Me I don't use suggest. Wait, I will A na A, B na B. Me no get no way for the game. Go down or you know, a manager gets here. You the kaya so you see players every come out salon. You know, and don't sabi do nothing. They manage you. They take you through so many things.
So, who don't encourage manager? If I can ask.
I think we don't get some serious problem. The really don't come out with just sky inside. Papa don't come out with this that proper offsets now.
Fatigue don't begin kicking, eh?
No, now Dembele don't get injury, and you know now they just get substitution.
T.
You see,
and if this game draw, yeah, Fred they give me one Omel vest, and my size not small. If this game draw,
no, well, I predict
today you go land.
No, he said draw. He said draw.
No.
If this go land,
I disagree.
Like out another way, no more. Now 7 minutes. If the game not go, what you do? If the game not go,
no.
You
have 3 minutes.
The
media on the disadvantage side. Left 3 minutes.
On paper,
if this game not go,
the game no.
Yeah,
on
if this
paper.
game bite, I bite for this. I bite. I believe in team. I bite.
Okay,
if the game not go, 3 minutes. If you not go,
if the game not
I
go,
can forgive you, man. I can go back and now I show you. I can forgive you now. But if you not go,
you go replace the old man.
I will replace her.
Anything I look replace her with you.
No, me on. No. Na me dey for Omel business. This last back like give me 10 ball. I coach you go get ball then.
No, 10 ball.
No, me dey ready. I dey ready Omel now. I dey ready and I sure now.
That is small.
Okay, 5 balls. Now 2 minutes left. Now 2 minutes left. Now 88 minutes. I still about to be France. I believe in them. You don't supposed to believe in them, so.
Okay,
But you don't see somebody believe in them.
I don't think you believe in
you not believe you believe me that they gave me the watch.
Look at Mutibo here, please. Look at let me have a look at now this vest here. Look at
Oh, that's the best color.
Yes.
And a smaller one.
I don't know black with it in a small back. Look at.
Baby, now they gave me the watch.
I see.
Look at. So I don't want off me by two. Let's say you quick T-ball. No. Yeah, more like it makes more sense.
Okay,
let's say you know.
3 ball.
Okay, then no go. Minus is giving the end. So imagine now 2 minutes. I don't buy 2 minutes.
Okay, you know, no problem. So we get the best, and if France win, you get 3 ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me.
Well, yes, guys. Don't forget say I been on talk say France go win this game 2-1. And it will be 9 minutes goal. So we don't predict me on long term. I don't predict me on long term. So really and truly, if that they come, me I want the 3 ball from Molai and I want the Omel from Fred. If me don't come.
If I get 6 ball, more like 6 ball. Give to me.
Okay, I just say, but you know, honestly, guys, great talking points. I want to begin first with one of we guys already watch on YouTube. George Walker asks, see, you know, what thing then they do for we veteran footballer them. Make us say exactly what he say. He say him blame the FA because in one waiting and do better for veteran footballer them. And I want on that note I want to talk about, you know, we get the talk about this mental health issue. We get and I don't name like some white player them, but now I look at another African player. I remember a guy who been named Rashid Yekini.
Yeah, Baba Yekini. Yeah. Baba Yekini.
Or I for say the late because he don't pass away a few years ago.
Late man now.
Yeah, but remember that guy's in destiny, not in destiny, in legacy, who he left now not to Atlanta.
Atlanta 90.
No, Italy 90. Atlanta, who's gonna be Atlanta?
94.
US 94.
94.
Yes.
94.
You know, he scored that goal. And the celebration, he gonna go inside the net. And so they shake the net. So I sure say, even picking that we not been born, they intend they indeed for don't see that image there. He they shake the net, he they talk. the camera and pick am live. I know they lip read, but I believe say they tell America, say America, now the guy she the kini so na yeri bots. Una see the goal I don't score. You know, honestly, if we don't look after people, our heroes, them, their demise is not going to be nice. I believe Ayerisi Rashidi Ekini died a pauper.
Yeah.
You know,
he's not the only African player.
No, it's not the only one. I just make reference to him because he made it on the world stage. You know, he highlights the World Cup. He show America, the audience, say, not just America audience, the world audience on an American gun say, you know, African footballers are great, and this is him. You know, as I say, if you Google a name, you will see pictures of that, you will see videos of that. In time immemorial, so 100 years today, we go still they talk about Rashidi Ekini.
Yeah.
But how can you let a man like that down so much that he dies a pauper? You know, so going back to we guess with the watch on YouTube in question, what would they do na salon for with veteran footballer them? I mean, we talk about Musa Tumbo right now, and we all do highlight the issues them with the on the ground. We did something even former footballer, now current footballer with the messing life up, and nobody's there to guide him. Waiting and you do for the one them we don't retire now. I beg on April with the talk.
Lad, it takes for you just start for a back Femi. I beg. It's so easy. If you were to work so Femi right now, you don't get salary. That pension, what did they expect? I need to do the most serious one. He laughed me.
Well, I understand your ironic
yes,
right, but
analyze certain thing. One of the prominent veteran died about a month ago when Uma Udin say.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Then Albantaba, now one Lebanese hospital.
Abanita,
yes. And they say the sense that the sports group, then do ya would I get money like join for Uma Udin say? Do ya? We evil to we safe in Africa, don't know what to do. Me, I not want to talk about veteran because it's simple. You know, plus the way they work now, they don't get paid. What you grandpa the way they on pension? What you want can talk? What you want can talk? You know,
I kind of
no, hold on. This suspense here, hold the body suspense. We don't get penalty. Oh, the car win now. The 2-1. 9 minutes. The car will see penalty.
France
you know, just wait and see. And then they give it penalty. You know, Blam. You see the work we.
Oh my God! You know go possible. Him not done.
No, you not blow the whistle. It's weeks. That it not blow the whistle. No, let blow the whistle. What's not T-boy? You back now. So look at the go inside.
Nazi. Fred, you don't lost this bite, you know. This bite, you don't lost some. Well, you see, Hungary, they even celebrated the draw 1-1. So them is a victory.
They need for celebrate. They need for celebrate.
To them today.
Wait, Femi.
Femi, they come.
Ade.
More like
Femi.
Oh my God, nothing but you talk more like. You know me.
That's
yes, more like.
Where you owe more like in Homer Jazzy.
Yeah, with the embroidery.
We know say you get more like one Jazzy, and as the competition they continue, so they will get for one box.
More. and see, there's another one again. Femi said, I win by to Femi.
No, Femi no buy to Femi no buy.
The cap.
Yes, boss.
Tibo, talk to Femi, but Femi voice change. Talk to Femi, but.
Okay, I dare.
Femi.
So I been on predict say France go win this game, you know. But as I been say, not an easy game. You know, it's I think say for me it's all about energy. I don't think say France can get the energy we can usually get. But that's all football.
No.
We don't get 4 points now. France don't get
something they change now. Watch all the second game for people who they say, oh, the one they are so back again a heavyweight. All the second game, no, so you don't go. Just watch all the second game.
Well,
then you say football will change.
It could be very interesting for see what in Germany they do because now they play next. So basically, they come for watch the Germany game. But look, we'll go quick to the last talk we'll talk about with me. Say somebody walking
the veteran.
Ask question about the veteran. I think what's happened with the veteran so far. Salon don't pick up a model where they pick up from Gambia. Because Gambian veterans, and they do extremely well. And they even go all over West Africa. They play veteran tournaments and competitions then with other national team veterans then. So I think, say, then self don't set up the veterans now. Salon, we don't begin look after them. Small. I think it's just the fact, say, for them don't establish a day they exist. Then I the one they freedom. But what not happen so amazing out of Sierra Leone, the fact, say, all the veterans, they will play league football, either for their local clubs or for the national team. They don't begin come together or form a unit so that they'll be able to look after their own affairs, which is fine. I know of few clubs that will do very well right now. I know of few clubs that we just don't start. They need to develop that model so that they'll be able to make something out of them. And also, the other thing back again really happened way too good. Then veterans then we don't play football back in the years. We still in the diaspora do very well. It's kind of see how they be able to get involved in the game. So yes, now something of a new way we need to expect magic for we need to expect any kind of miracle to make things begin to spark for people know for say the veterans are looked after. But the sad thing we don't happen is that the fact say 10 years down the line or 15 years down the line, we see so many of the household veterans in our we play football, maybe the language na speak, we want to mentally bad, you get few they win, I just pick a bigger and I think that was a disgrace. The only few that we managed for maintaining sanity, but then they struggle for maintaining the integrity, but they were at least able to say, okay, we are alive, we do well, but they had nothing to turn back to. Now I don't begin to see maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I don't begin to see the third generation of veterans them when at the American them and few more others that play the blink into the game, but at least participate in the national team and get them involved in smaller clubs, which is not bad. But I think 20 years down the line, nothing has been done so far for the veterans. I think it's best for the SFA to make them realize that these players are giving their contribution to the national team, and yet still they're able to even get some of them able to get everyday food security. Some of them they dignity. Some of them they don't almost go mad. There was a time when I meet up one panel where I've been so admired. I will not call his name, but I was admiring that guy so much, and I can't believe it. You know, ever suddenly for nothing, but for the fact that until I say me a T-boy, for some reason it just feels like oh Asabi, and it bring out all kind of reason for make Asabi. But me know, Asabi me one day. So the sad thing with the commit we see the national heroes in the good that game. But I think the FA needs to do something about it. There should be some amount of package we for any national player. If not so just we become comfortable, but at least make some amount of dignity. We'll be able to be proud to at some point in life I represented Sweden. But if we leaders them, if we get through that we ex-leaders them, then still the language, then other than the national team like we don't play for the country, we make few friends to like a look after. So like a friend say, we have a lot to do as you. When it comes to sport, there is a massive gap inside that gap we will need for closure. And if we not put our heads together, that gap will never close. But like I said, we get another game for our work. So I know one week we link out with too much next week we should go to come back and take the 5 o'clock game with Germany. So I go left for get few words from the panelists and then we say goodbye. So we'll be able to come back and take that 1 hour break and able to continue to watch the second game we play next. So I can count to you, Fred. You join me back for the next game, right?
Yeah, the join back for the next game. I think it's a wonderful atmosphere. Although I no life I don't know now. If you see me face pass you will see me gonna say na television me put me ID.
Of course.
You know, and more like me word and to all France loving fans them. Lord take out to no loss. Now we're number one at the world. You know, we go most get for makeup.
No
and to all Salon people, I want to say we all get the same praise. Now we country, long no relent, it will change one day. I just need few of we for go and say, you know what's happen? Minus any two they say no more now, we can't change things. You know, it will happen one day. And thank you very much for the opportunity, Thibaut and others.
All right, thank you very much, Fred. We will see you back in about an hour's time. Over to you, Molai.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting match. And before the tournament, one of the group that I predict say it will be a very, very strong. Because the number one group was in the strongest in terms of everything we night package. We govern the game, football, and out of football, I predict the England group. And we don't get close from waiting I've been they try for explain. And then the other group again, this Portugal, France, Germany, and Hungary. I wonder we expect another surprise. The last matches they will get for play. Because I did get for be the decisive matches then. We get to see a lot of surprises then. Okay. And then two groups in there.
Okay.
Because football not the way again how we see and way obvious. Say they go beat this man. Or when the game they play, you see that when they get the ball, you do things, they do tricks and all these things. You say, okay, now the better side. Now, there's a lot to it. Teams they come with a game plan. And at the end of the day, then they execute them well and achieve what they want. You see how Hungary celebrates? Because they execute their game plan and then get the result they want. We see yesterday with Scotland. So, watch out for more.
All right, we will want to see what's in the happen on the next game, definitely. I'm afraid to say Germany goes to them and allow Portugal for can walk over them. It's going to be a very interesting match. Very, very interesting match. So we want to see the lights of Ronaldo, where people and they still cry him down, but he's still the man where you for watch because you can't give him out chances. We're not going to take one or two. But I'll go to Femi and let Femi round up, and then we'll be able to take a break and come back at 5. Over to you, Femi.
Yes, Tamba and Fred. So it's these are T-Boy Square now. Yes, today. It's been an interesting match. France, I believe, are still the favorites. I believe, they could have won that game. Goal not come. That's so football day. Sunday then they play past anything. We goal not come. Other thing then they play terrible football. They score last minute goal. You win the game. That's so football day. So France supported them, and African supported them. They support France. We go be there will be another day. But we're leading the table. France are leading the table with 4 points in a very tight group. So that's not a bad thing. Portugal and Germany, they can't play just now. Anyhow it be, if Portugal win, they will get 6 points. France will still the second. If Germany win, they get 3 points. France will still the top. So you see, the game still get for play. The last game will be very interesting. So low watch and see what happen at this game. But really, actually, France will get nothing for lose with this game. They can play also right now because anyone can win. France could still in a position for qualify. If they also draw, even better for France. So you see, all results the way they can play in this next game will suit France very well. But we spoke about a lot of issues then today, and winner Lehman pan the game. Anyway, me and Lehman, second to me and brother T-Boy. We guess them. They're a bit more now the people really and truly will believe say the Salon FA for the listen to. I'm not saying they get for listen accept all written say because everybody has their opinion. But T-Boy Mola is a seasoned coach. He's tasked with the responsibility for bringing up a lot of young minds where they play football. So as it's talked earlier on, it isn't just about for kick the ball around the field. But now we see you put now the person in aid as well. as in how you educate them. And education, not just formal education, we see you go school, you go learn 1 + 1 is 2. There's many things to learn. And in Musa Tumbo, who highly analyzed today, possibly dancing and the missing, the people that we're supposed for impact the knowledge into them, they're not seen for their round. We get this Tina Salon, you understand, because he or she is he don't achieve something. So we don't achieve anything, and we get this notion say we afraid for tell you true. So I believe say if you're responsible, if you're his friend, family, if you're part of his team, if you're his manager, it's your responsibility for telling the truth and try for guide them in the right way. So that's education. So we thank Molai for the work we do with youngsters them. We na the UK. We hope see one day you go able for lend in knowledge and ability to the country directly. So I don't know if na that line that you want to pursue, but it will be nice. As Fred say, we all get for go back. There's no point in we all sit on this side of the wall, we talk boku. We have to go back and lend a hand somewhere. All man get their own strength. Me, I know I play football, so I can't lend me any under, but I can talk. So if now on the talk side of things, I'm happy to help. A few years ago, we did an event where the speaker it wasn't sponsored by City, but our company was working with Manchester City in the regulation of the financial fair play, blah blah blah. So we had an event, and one of the aims of the event was to show the guests that we have what Man City they do in terms of mental strength. So they brought in some guy when I think psychologist or something. He been a work in a city. So he gave us a story. He told about in life story how he started off, humble background, couldn't make it, struggle, jumped on a plane, go America. His life changed, but in life not really changed until he become. He left a financial job to go and begin talk to people there, motivational speaking, then kind of thing. So when he got the job at City, same first day I woke. When he go na the club, he say Mancini was the manager then. He say Mancini was a very hard man to deal with. Yeah. Very, very tough man to deal with because Mancini he's set in his ways. Then after Mancini come out, he worked with the next manager. The name I don't forget.
Marquez.
Abi Marquez? No, it couldn't be Marquez. Somebody we've been in at the opposite side of Mancini, who was more likable. I think so would have been Pep. Somebody like that.
Pep. No, Pellegrini.
Yes, sorry, Pellegrini. So Pellegrini was more likable. He was a different type of person to Mancini, and he did the comparison of the two. But one story we stick in my mind we talk about is say on the very first day, on the first day we begin do this here so before we go City, the FA call and say can't talk to we play them, and when he go to the room. So he was a teacher. So he go down the room, the classroom full up with so player them. You get David Beckham, you get waiting that guy with the talk about Kuna Sky Sports team, Gary Neville. You get all them thing in there. He say we non talk done. We tell us okay, let's take a break. Now I gonna do he taking phone, he calling girl picking. I say, guess who that daddy they teach today? Now the girl picking say, Dad who? Now I begin call all the names them we all Mando Yeribots in football, all the big football names them. He say, but when you go back now the classroom, he not show the picking the pupils them when are then superstar footballer they also say he's in awe of the and he just talked to him picking, they tell him picking, saying they work with them guys. So no, he went in there professionally to deliver a job. So he talked to them like a teacher. not so because David Beckham sit down front am means say he's not the teacher no more. So in authority, and he pass on a message to them players. So he say in get for make the player they understand. Say yes, you might be a superstar, but here I am. I get the responsibility for can teach on that something. So then they always stay with me, as I say, because in Sierra Leone and I trust other African countries, them we worship certain people like demigods. You know, we're afraid for telling the truth, even when we suppose for then a position of authority like this so-called teacher we've been teach David Beckham and co. We're afraid for tell them guys for the truth, and that's if you do that, you fail them. And obviously you fail the national team, if not the national team is responsible for, and you fail the country. So now they know more I want to say, you know, in what we do in life, in everything we do in life, we position of authority, we get for value, and we need for ensure say that responsibility the way they give we work on them for achieve the goals them. And if the goals them means say we get for make change people their minds them, we have to work on that. So again, Tiboy Molai, we want to thank you for the work we do for young ones them, for them football knowledge and the knowledge for being young men.
Thank you very much.
We go opening the next game with that discussion day. I want to look left and first now, but I don't say we will open up with the next game, and then we'll be able to talk intensely about that kind of contribution the way he already put into youth football. So I want to say thank you to viewers the way they're online right now with we the one the way they're on Facebook and YouTube, and make them understand say we'll take a break and then we'll join back at 5 for make we come and sit down and talk. But who again like talk so but the Portugal and Germany game. We now know say Germany get one power picking them. And at the moment, they don't lost one game. And after that, early this afternoon, I believe watched some documentary on the fact say Germany don't lost that spark with them they call the great German team. But when the tournament starts and when we come to the next game, we could talk a little bit about the German squad and how the German squad all lost that spark over the years and what's not some of the reason. And on the documentary we just they watch, they gave us so many reasons why the German team not be the German team again we always be. But we'll come and talk about that one day at 5. So viewers, thank you very much. Join me back again, take a quick break, and then just go get some food and eat some snack, and join me back again at 5, where they can talk about the Germany-Portugal game. Ronaldo is still a force to reckon with. So join us again at 5, and thank you very much once more for your participation. Thank you. We'll see you back at 5. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mola.